Welcome back to Edge. Now I'm here at the Eduze offices to check out their clocks. No, it is not what you think it is, I can guarantee that, but I am here with someone who can tell us all about it. Charlie, welcome to Edge. It's good to have you with us.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
What exactly do you guys do here?
So we are a digital media company. We're focused on content, but we realized very quickly that in emerging markets and across Africa, there is an issue with mobile data. So we took it upon ourselves to do something about that, and we created a technology we call Clocks, which stands for Cloud in a Box. Quite simply, it's a very small box. Well, actually, it can be any size, so it's modular. But in its most simple...
It's infinite.
It is infinite, indeed. It can go on and on. But in its most simple form, it's a little box that can go into any building, any vehicle, anywhere in the world. It can run off a $30 solar panel. And when it's running, it creates a Wi-Fi network, and over that Wi-Fi network distributes mobile content, video, apps, music, podcasts, ebooks, completely free, i.e. there's no data cost whatsoever, and it's super quick.
Okay, wait, we've got to slow down here. You said it's free.
Yeah.
What on earth these days is for free?
Well, I mean, I say it's free. Most of the content is free. There is some content that's premium, like the big blockbusters and the latest albums.
Yeah.
Someone might have to pay for the actual content. But in terms of data, in terms of the cost of you having to download or stream a movie or a song,
that's free.
That's completely free. And as I said, super quick. So you don't have that same ordeal of having to wait ages to get a movie, or wait for it to buffer, or wait for an hour for the download to happen.
I'm listening to you and I'm really immersed in the conversation, but I'm like, where's the catch here?
I mean, the only catch technically is the range of clocks. It's based on Wi-Fi or wireless technology, just the normal Wi-Fi that you'd have at home.
But everyone has Wi-Fi these days. Well, you would assume that.
Exactly. I mean, most people have Wi-Fi, and when you think of Wi-Fi, it's normally internet over Wi-Fi.
Yes.
And when someone goes, I'm connected to Wi-Fi, they're actually saying, I'm connected to internet over the Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is a local area network. It creates a small wireless network. So what we do is basically on our Wi-Fi access point, we have a web server attached to it. So that little box is a web server and a Wi-Fi access point in one go.
So you need internet to use clocks?
Not at all.
Okay.
It can work completely without 3G, without ADSL, without even mains electricity. But really our main focus is to deliver the content that we curate on each of these boxes. We put super contextualized content. We wanted to create a similar experience for digital content where you could go to a place, connect to a range of digital content that's relevant, informative, entertainment, empowering, educational, but also create that safe environment where in a classroom we can put a box there and know that every child in there is connecting to content that's relevant and also educational for him, and not able to access pornography, for example.
What exactly can we expect in terms of content on this box?
TED as an investor have been great to us. They're obviously an amazing investor just because they gave us capital. And we had other investors that wanted to give us capital, but we wanted something more strategic. So what TED Talks brought with them are relationships and contacts throughout the media industry. I mean, we've gone to LA, we've gone to Washington and New York, met with the president, the CEO, the chairman of companies like Paramount, 20th Century Fox, Oprah Winfrey Network. I mean, education is a big focus for us. We're a social impact business. So we have a lot of educational content, everything from Khan Academy through to career guidance and corporate training. We have a great content team who have specialties in everything from investigative journalism to filmmaking.
In terms of your range, where can we get this? Or how far across Africa, South Africa, will this be found?
You'll start seeing us more and more in schools. At the moment, we're in about 20 schools nationwide. We're in a whole lot of retail and hospitality.
Start small, right?
Well, I mean, you have to start small. We're an infrastructure business and a content business, and being infrastructure and content, you need revenue to build infrastructure, and you need infrastructure to build audience, you need audience to build revenue. So it's a paradox that you kind of chip away at both ends slowly, organically.
So in terms of this service, I mean, I'm listening and I'm hungry to find out where I can see it, where will it be distributed to. So for me as an individual consumer, how can I get my hands on it? When can I get my hands on it? Not being a big entity.
Sure, well, I mean, it's unfortunately at the moment we're having to handpick sites simply due to whether we can monetize them, whether they're sustainable for us. I mean, we are a for-profit business, although we're an impact business, so money isn't the overriding factor, but sustainability has to be. Well, we're just moving now from trials to commercial launch. We are in about 20 schools nationwide. We're in a bunch of retail and hospitality environments as well. And we're also in a lot of public transport. So more and more you're going to start seeing an Eduze sticker or poster there, where as soon as you see the sticker and poster, you know you're nearby one of the libraries, so you know to pick up your phone and connect to the Eduze Wi-Fi network.
Thank you so much for chatting to us.
Thank you very much.
It's been amazing. All the best.
Thank you.
Now, earlier I spoke to Charlie and he touched on content, but I wanted to unpack it a lot more, and I thought Kagiso over here would be the perfect person because he is a senior content curator. So welcome to Edge, good to have you with us.
Thank you, Lee.
Now I know exactly what you do because I do the same at a radio station, but what exactly does your role entail here at Eduze?
I mean, my job is to put on an editorial hat so as to create an invaluable experience for the user. I mean, we do this by taking context into account, and that most of us in the Eduze content team come from different backgrounds also help the curatorial process. So we labor to put a documentary where it's required, where a children's program is required, where a voting PSA is required for that matter.
What are some of the main themes or factors that you guys do focus on?
I mean, for instance, right about now, we've been working on the June 16 campaign. So we've labored to actually gather a couple of documentaries in that space via independent documentary makers all the way to the majors.
So in terms of your role, do you oversee it all?
My job is to put on an editorial hat so as to create an invaluable experience for our user. This we achieve by carefully considering context, that most of us in the Eduze content team come from different backgrounds also helps the curatorial process.
Now I know the internet is full of bad things, so in terms of responsible curated content, how are you guys making sure that whatever we see through your box is good?
I mean, we're living in a time whereby knowledge production is being rethought, reimagined, decolonized, and all of that. So our ethos and our response here at Eduze is to curate content that is educational, uplifting, non-partisan, and future-oriented all the way through.
Now I know you guys are at the beginning stage of your device. Will South Africans out there, as me as an individual, be able to add content to your device?
What we're planning on doing is to actually create a very democratized space whereby content provider will be able to actually make a buck to eat from us and provide us with content just as much as your Paramount or your BBC or your Jacaranda can. So open access all the way through in the future. That's what we're earmarking.
So what do you enjoy most about working here at Eduze in this creative space?
There's never a dull day. Pretty much, that's what I enjoy. I mean, coming from a journalistic background, that's nothing new to me, but this time around it seems more accelerated. There's never a dull day. Everything is new on any given day. And more so, I work with a beautiful team. That's what I enjoy the most.
And let's face it, Kagiso, people just think that clicking on a YouTube video is easy, but there's a lot of work behind the scenes to make that happen.
Tons and tons. There's legalities that you have to think of. The quality of the content, pretty much. Is it age appropriate? Etc. There's a lot that goes into it. So it's not that much of a glamorous job when you think about it. It's not all creative. There's more to it.
Well, Kagiso, thank you so much for joining us on Edge, and all the best to you and your team.
Much appreciated, Lee.